In this video, I'm going to react to the best high school football stadiums in America. Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Kabir Considers. This is the place where I react to music, media, sports, anime, anything related to popular culture. I'll watch it with an open mind and give you my 100% honest reaction to it. And if you could please hit that like button early, I'd really appreciate it. Now, this should be interesting. Like, I've been learning just how big high school football is. It's just a huge industry, huge sport, huge thing in general. And it's crazy because the equivalent here would be, you know, like secondary school soccer, and it's just nowhere near as big, as popular. You know, the interest in it is nowhere near as high. I mean, yeah, of course there's tournaments and things like that, but you know, you won't see schools bringing in, you know, 50,000 plus fans to watch games. It just doesn't happen. So to see how big these stadiums are, you know, how good they are, is going to be really interesting. So let's go. This is going to be me reacting to the best high school football stadiums in America. Let's do it.
America's obsession with football starts at an early age. From the very first time a child puts on the pads and takes the field, there's a clear demarcation between those who can play the game and those who cannot. And as our young athletes grow, they yearn to play on bigger, brighter stages, earning their chance to showcase their skills inside cathedrals built around the hallowed gridiron. Well, for these next high school football players, they didn't have to wait long at all. In fact, some of them play in stadiums.
Don't tell me. There's no way this is a high school stadium. There's no way.
It's nicer than most colleges, and these kids can't even vote. The best high school football stadiums in America are coming up right after this. Before we get started, there is some criteria. Pure capacity is not a determining factor, and I give preference to stadiums that house only one high school versus one that was built for an entire school district. These are ranked from lowest to highest.
All right. 5,500, that's pretty good, to be fair. That's a lot of people. And look at the way it looks on the outside.
The only domed high school football stadium in the United States that serves one school exclusively, the Round Valley N-Sphere, is constructed out of wood. Opened in 1991, the 189,000 square foot facility can seat up to 5,500 fans for football and also serves as a venue for volleyball, basketball, and track. In 2015, the dome was closed due to water damage. Seriously, water damage in the desert? It was reopened in 2016. Mullet sporting Mark Gastineau is a graduate of Round Valley High School.
I wonder how much that stadium cost to produce, because even if it was made out of wood, I doubt it was cheap. I'd guess 5 million, something like that, 10 million? 12,000. It's pretty big. Frisco, Texas.
Though probably the nicest facility on this list, the Star in Frisco goes early here, as it is more of a showcase stadium for the town of Frisco versus a single high school stadium's home field. Opened in 2016 and owned by Jerry Jones, the building also serves as the Cowboys practice facility, hosts a pro lacrosse team, and was to be the site of the AAF championship game that never happened. The Frisco Independent School District has 10.
It's a nice stadium. I like the it kind of looks a bit like a university campus on the outside. I'm guessing, do you guys think it's sponsored by Ford at all?
High schools, and they rotate the use of the Star throughout the year. This is also where some shit posters got together nearby and ate on the football field.
All right, let's see what number 8 is. Diamond Ranch Academy Stadium. Capacity 1,000. Interesting. I wonder why this is higher on the list than the other one.
Unique field design isn't reserved solely for college football, as the Diamond Ranch Academy Stadium has adorned its field with its namesake. The Institute is a residential treatment center and therapeutic boarding school and helps teens with a variety of issues, including ADHD. So it's the high school I should have gone to.
Alamo Stadium. capacity 18,500. Not bad at all.
Another large stadium in Texas that is run by an independent school district. Alamo Stadium looks like one you will truly remember. Though if this were a D1 stadium, I would probably make fun of it like a woman getting hit in the face with a blender at McDonald's, but then I remember that most high schools play on fields that look like they are in Chernobyl. The 18,500 seat stadium was originally opened in 1940 and used to host the Texas A&M/Texas Tech college football rivalry from 1943 to 1950.
Still pretty impressive. 23,000. Wow. Opened 1938.
The host of the annual Hall of Fame game, aka the first taste of NFL football for us addicted Americans after a long offseason, this field received significant upgrades in 2016 and is now a modern D1 to NFL level facility. The field serves local high school Canton McKinley as well as Malone and Walsh universities. Late billionaire and former Saints owner Tom Benson obviously donated the money to renovate the facility, which was formerly known as Fawcett Stadium.
I liked it. The inside looked really, really professional. 16,392 capacity, opened 1939, the Paul Brown Tiger Stadium.
A fitting shrine to former Massillon High School coach, alum, and football pioneer Paul Brown. This large capacity high school stadium in Ohio has been standing since 1939. The Massillon Tigers have won 24 state championships and 9 AP national championships, so apparently there's a lot more winning at this Paul Brown Stadium than that other one in Ohio.
I love the shade. Fertitta Field, open 2012, capacity 10,000. I imagine, is this the same Fertittas that kind of started the UFC, Lorenzo Fertitta?
Home of the private Catholic school Bishop Gorman in Summerlin, Nevada, Fertitta Field is way better than most Division II and even some Division I FBS fields. It's certainly nicer than nearby Sam Boyd. With upgrades funded by restaurateurs, casino, UFC owners, and Bishop grads, the Fertitta brothers, the stadium received huge upgrades and spawned 3 consecutive national championships and nearly a consecutive decade of winning the state championship. The stadium would rank higher if not for that complete rip-off of the Packers logo at midfield, which they can do since they are a high school.
Yeah, it did look really good. 12,000, Jones Stadium, El Paso High School, El Paso, Texas.
Form over function wins the day here, as this century-old high school football stadium sits beneath El Paso High School, nicknamed
100 years old.
the Lady on the Hill. The school's features include marble floors and an opulent theater. It's unclear whether El Paso High student Robert Francis O'Rourke played for the football team, but I'm sure he probably dropped out of the program early.
$15,000 capacity, open 1910, Woodrow Wilson High School. Woodrow Wilson, that name is familiar. I've heard it somewhere before.
Not as impressive a facility as many of the others listed here, but location and views does matter, as the Stadium Bowl in Tacoma, Washington overlooks the Puget Sound, while the adjacent Stadium High School, yes, that's the name of the school, looks over the field. Penn State, Texas A&M, and the Wazoo Cougars have all played college games here. Though the offset seating and old concrete bleachers probably aren't fun to sit in, as I said, the view is amazing.
Agreed. But yeah, those concrete seats, they would feel horrible on your butt. I mean, horrible.
For the best high school football stadium in the US&A.
18,000, Eagle Stadium, Allen High School, Texas. I've noticed a ton of these stadiums are in Texas.
The only thing better than this stadium
Wow.
is the football that's played inside of it, as since its opening in 2012, Allen High School has never lost a game here, a
What?
cumulative 31-0. It's hard to believe that this 18,000 seat facility is indeed just for a high school, as it confirms everything you saw about football in Texas from the movie and show Friday Night Lights is mostly true. Well, the fans supporting their team, that is. This stadium was temporarily closed in 2014 due to concrete cracking. It also has a 75 by 45 foot large scoreboard with a 38 by 23 foot HD screen. Dear God.
incredible.
9 NFL players went to Allen High, including some kid named Kyler Murray.
Ooh. I mean, this stadium is incredible. Just for
Well, I
one
hope you
high
enjoyed
school.
this video.
I mean, that last stadium in particular, that looked like it was for a professional team. It literally did. I wonder how much that thing cost. It looked like it's probably like $100 million, at least $50 million stadium, just for the amount of concrete, amount of steel, everything involved. I'd love to know how much that thing costs to produce, because it is an absolute beauty of a stadium. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, turn on bell notifications, and keep throwing the recommendations my way. I know I say it all the time, but they genuinely help me out, because if I know you enjoyed watching something, I'll definitely enjoy reacting to it. So like, subscribe, turn on bell notifications, keep throwing the recommendations, and I'll catch you in the next one.